Hey class, today I'm going to talk to you about a fast food restaurant that you may not know the history about. It's McDonald's. The way McDonald's started was two brothers had the idea of a speedy way to get the customer the food without waiting a long time. It was founded in San Bernardino, California in 1940 by Richard and Maurice McDonald. Their way of getting the food out quick to the customer was described as a speedy food system where there would be hamburgers already made and ketchup and mustard and pickle is all they would put on it. They would squirt once, squirt twice, send it on its way. In California, in this early time, this idea was top notch. Not a lot of people could figure out a way to get food to the customer quickly enough. That way everybody was satisfied. Along came Ray Kroc. Ray, he was a traveling salesman from the Midwest, and his job was to sell milkshake machines. It was a multi-milkshake machine that would make 6 milkshakes at a time. He traveled up on California and found out about McDonald's, where he then approached the brothers to franchise it. Franchising is really where you would go to a, let's say, Burger King and tell them, hey, I want to put a Burger King in my hometown. They would have rules and stipulations of, if there's a Burger King in so many miles away from you, then you can't put it there because it's already franchised there. So you would go through that process, make sure you have the financials, licensing agreements, and things like that. So what Ray did, he convinced the brothers to franchise it to the Midwest because it was a genius idea. And what they would do is they made Ray sign a contract to pay them so much percentage-wise to give the profits to them, and Ray would keep a small percent and would go find the franchisees to purchase the McDonald's name brand and the Golden Arches. So the idea was transformed and known about worldwide. So Ray, he really took it off and blew it up to another level. The brothers didn't want, they were constantly haggling him about not really producing quality, more quantity. And Ray finally got fed up with them and started franchising in a different way. Ray would go out and start purchasing the land the McDonald's would be built on. So therefore, when the brothers were upset about the way the franchisees were doing things, Ray would up the rent on the land. This eventually caught up to the brothers, and Ray pretty much burned them. In 1955, he forced them out pretty well by just raising the rent so high that they had to sell the McDonald's restaurants that were on his land. So Ray, in 1955, started the McDonald's Corporation. The McDonald's Corporation was totally different than McDonald's per se. Ray, he finally just started going to town to town to town and finding franchisees that actually cared about the brand, opening new restaurants. This finally led to Ray to become the first billionaire, and honestly just stole the idea completely and left the brothers high and dry. The business deal that was made was not very smart by the brothers to really get in bed with Ray, because Ray was a crook. The idea of it all was supposed to be just a quality restaurant of no more than 10, and Ray turned it into 36,900 across the world. So that goes to show you just how McDonald's was franchised and globally took over the world pretty much in the fast food restaurants.